What a miraculous, marvelous audience we have before us this lovely August afternoon. I shine through, blooming into something new. The city's a zoo, time to get into it if inspired, influenced, or whatever you're into. Turn it up and listen to the bass boom. It opens up the tomb of the Egyptian leaders in the temples, but be gentle, this is experimental. So sick and mental, striking the judgmental, making them feel like an obstacle that we overcome. I like living, so I'm giving back to you this lovely evening by defeating any creature breathing too loud. I stand proud on top of this mushroom cloud. The moment is now, defiance will act out. Children are not allowed in the crowd that is about to disperse. The sunburst is the thirst of my soul, and I know that I shouldn't be talking like this, but I reminisce on bad habits and don't care about the planets or the atlas or the compass. I'll stay here until I'm dust. Bury me alive with a microphone that won't rust. I bust to the best of my abilities. Shit Creek family standing right behind me until the end of eternity. I remember jacking from Thrifties while Moms was purchasing ice cream in the early 90s. Temperature at the high 80s, skin burning, flesh melting off of me. Life's a gamble like a lottery, walking to wherever my feet take me. So awaken me from this tragedy, living forever like a legacy, destroying all buildings in North County. This is a free sample of what flesh really feels like.
Yes, it's real. Temporary memo magnets co-creating in an almost stagnant globe covered in steel.
This is a free sample of what flesh really feels like.
Yes, it's real. Temporary memo magnets co-creating in an almost stagnant globe covered in steel.
This is a free sample of what flesh really feels like.
Yes, it's real. Temporary memo magnets co-creating in an almost stagnant globe covered in steel.
This is a free sample of what flesh really feels like.
Yes, it's real. Temporary memo magnets co-creating in an almost stagnant globe covered in steel. It's not the aromas of your almost close relative's death and your evil that awakens reality inside of his senses. Ever since the first seconds I stepped inside of my sensory perceptions, it's been the dawning of various segments. I was a prodigy, if it's odd to be a ball of love bouncing around the earth's vicinity. Careless of my awareness reminds me that I'm still alive, stillborn fetus in the womb of a woman and 100 feet tall. Season to the Guinness World Record, but there is no prize for it. No guts, no glory, no courage comes without the morning. It's the power of a self-prepared, prosperous person who has checked themselves out thoroughly for examination. Analyzation rests lightly inside of my parasympathetic division of autonomic nervous system, one below the peripheral. Thank God for the glorious auditory stimulation, simultaneously separating the good from the evil. You don't have to be hood rich to make it good hip-hop music, okay? People, the big picture is there. Quit hiding inside of a cardboard box apartment, looking out at the people. Participate in this movement, the epidemic of becoming knowledgeable to why we are here to be who we are. Get off of your laptops to the coffee bars, it's tearing me apart. And newspaper articles smudged inside of the abandoned deserts of California, going bottled again in this almost Armageddon Mexican lizard. I live in a conspiracy of sentences, synthesized as known to stimulate the third eye. Dying world mad at your boyfriend's mother, cousin, psychic father of a suicidal Nazi wannabe hard ass. Take your lunchbox at the 26-inch Samsung, sit on the train tracks, watch the season of seventh heaven before you're dead and shredded like a super burrito, super incognito and cooperable, operable, like injecting cyanide. Today is 78 degrees, losing my heart, losing my dignity, striving for passion, asking this invisible poltergeist that I've been talking to all of my life. What is this before my four phalanges and thumbprint? A free sample of what flesh really feels like. It's real, only temporary. In a virtual reality similar to the Matrix, it's still to provide the powers of engine tossing society, still really operating off of the slavery until of course every single being can live free. This is a free sample of what flesh really feels like. Yes, it's real.
Temporary mammal magnets co-creating in an almost stagnant globe
covered in steel. This is a free sample of what flesh really feels like.
Yes, it's real. Temporary mammal magnets co-creating in an almost stagnant globe covered in steel.
This is a free sample of what flesh really feels like.
Yes, it's real. Temporary mammal magnets co-creating in an almost stagnant globe covered in steel.
This is a free sample of what flesh really feels like. Yes, it's real.
Well, nothing matters. Dreams are shattered. Put in work, defend your turf. Spit your verse for better or worse. You're played out like Nerf. Got you feeling blue like a little smurf. Plus you're worth absolutely positively nothing but negativity displayed in nativity seen for your natives with sensitivity. My styles are extraordinary, you're not even in my category. Been ripping mics until at least 40 receiving all the glory. Man, he's fresh, blowing shit love like David Koresh. What a mess, caught up in a mesh. I must confess that I'm blessed. SCF until the death, smoking MCs left like bowls of meth. On a quest to look for who's next. Old school like a T-Rex. Will protest and flex my flesh on my chest. The test will be over soon, so stay in tune, get glued, fascinated to my functions, displaying reactions. That's why I'm rapping in closed caption for the captain of your sinking ship. So get with the sickness, scandalous, vandalist inside of the Atlantis with too much to accomplish. A free sample of what flesh really feels like.
Yes, it's real. Temporary memo magnets co-creating in an almost stagnant globe covered in steel.
This is a free sample of what flesh really feels like.
Yes, it's real. Temporary memo magnets co-creating in an almost stagnant globe covered in steel.
This is a free sample of what flesh really feels like.
Yes, it's real. Temporary memo magnets co-creating in an almost stagnant globe covered in steel.
This is a free sample of what flesh really feels like.
Yes, it's real. Temporary memo magnets